Welcome to another SCL show. This is Brian Kishton and Ilya Hazov. We're doing a little recap of the competition this weekend in Serbia. And with us, we have Evans Nana that got first place at the competition. Hi, Nana. How are you?
Hey guys, hey Leah, hey Brian, how are you guys doing?
Fantastic. We're really excited to hear about how the weekend went. So, how about the competition itself? How was it?
Yeah, it was a very good competition. I must confess, Marina and Dragon, the two main organizers, do a very good job, with hosting us in Serbia with promotions and everything, because these guys keep giving 100 and keep improving the shows. And I must confess, they really overperform. They really overdo. They give their hearts. It's always beautiful being in Serbia because it's overwhelming with the people what they think about strongmen. When the kind of passion and the challenge we have from these guys is just beautiful. It's just epic every time.
Oh, fantastic. So, do you want to run us through all the events, or do you want to tell us what was your favorite event of the day?
Basically,
Because last week, Brian and I were talking about the deadlift that was there the previous year and how impossibly difficult it was. And from what I can see, at least this year, everyone managed to finish it.
Oh, the
yeah.
truck pull.
Yeah, the
This
truck pull. Yeah.
uh,
Truck pull.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
so this year we had 5 events as always, SEO style. So most of you watching SEO is an outdoor competitions, and sometimes you do have one or two indoor competition based on where we go to. So it gives you the feeling of like old school strongman car park thing. But that's what really makes SEO unique. Different countries, different stages, and everything. So 5 events for track pool. We had after track we had to do the Viking presses. This time around facing inwards. We had to also do the farmers walk for distance. I think it was 150 or 60. I don't know, maybe more or less. We had to do that for distance with 40 within 40 meters. That's hence hand and fourth. We had to do the deadlift, car deadlift, and the last event was the sandbag loading. That was a 120, 140, 160 ish. Yeah, if I'm right. So that
Pretty
was
fast runs.
a 12-meter distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which one was your favorite?
To be honest, I've never been a very good. I'm still learning. I'm new to. I've been doing strongman for 3 years, and I always used to think yoke is my favorite event because I love to move. But I keep finding myself, surprising myself as an athlete as well. I'm excited to still finding, where I belong with these events because these were not my favorite events, to be honest. The only thing which was really exciting for me was the farmers because it was a moving. So that was what I was really looking forward to. Because with farmers, you get to compete with your time, you had previously. So I got to beat my time I had previously, which is really nice. So that's what I was looking up to.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, you took first in that event, huh? Yeah.
So, you say you only competed for 3 years, but you already have three Guinness World Records. You have been a Strongman Champions League champion three times already. You have multiple other podium finishes, and you've been at the World's Strongest Man twice already in the last 2 years. And your last World's Strongest Man competition was just 2 weeks ago. So, how was it coming right off of that and getting into another competition with SEL?
I'm not gonna lie, this really I got myself thinking twice, is this what I really signed up to do? Because at Worlds I'd give everything. It was really hard. I mean, coming from group three, which had Kliskowski, it had Lucas Hatton, Americans very own, top three in the world. It had Rayno Nel, the SCL, and then now World's Strongest Man. The African man as well. People always forget about that. And we had Shane Flowers, who's a very close buddy of mine, who also does some SCLs. So
Hmm.
the group fucked. So it was really hard, neck and neck. So coming from that, I was really fatigued and having long travels to Sacramento because traveling to the States was really big. What do I mean? I had a flight from Brussels, which was like 9.5 hours. Went to Chicago, and from Chicago to Sacramento took 5 hours. That was half of my trip from Europe to America. So it made me think America as a country. I mean, I'm technically
Those long distance flights really take out a lot of you, especially for big guys like us.
Yeah.
I never realized it until I faced it. I remember getting Boston this man with a big feet. I had water in my feet literally for the
So how did you manage your training in between Worlds and
To be frank,
Serbia?
I was really lucky because I had peaked and finding out how my group was earlier on this time. Because World Strongest Man always has a habit of like exposing or like telling us a group a day before competition, which is more detrimental. But this time they did some good job by letting us know at least as a week or two in advance. That kind of let you know what position you're gonna be in, and it kind of adds a bit of pressure, but then excitement to it, and it pushes you to train harder. So that's what I needed, and I must confess I was already peaked getting into the show, and I had some similar events. Like similar events we had was sandbag loading, which determined my win in Serbia because it came down to that Ivas was literally leading.
Oh,
Oh wow, I didn't know. Got like that.
So I was 2 seconds faster than Ivas to win the title, but 49.5 on scoreboard. But we did a comeback and I had more wins in events than him. That's why I won. So
Wow.
wow. That's impressive. That is a really close call then.
Yeah.
Ivas really wanted this. I mean, respect to Ivas, he's been doing the SCL for long. And I think this win would have been historic for him, coming in front of Brian Shawn, being the most athlete with most wins internationally. So
Mhm.
meant a lot to him, you could see.
Yeah, he is definitely a very well decorated strongman, a veteran of strongman, probably one of the people that has seen every single variation of every event out there and knows how to do it just because he has done it already multiple times. I think the only few people that might beat him on the acclaims is either Thor or Žydrūnas himself.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's
Most people,
impressive you managed to take the win there.
Ivas has so much experience, and watching Ivas in the SCL for 3 years now and has also boosted my game and has also upped my mental challenge because the guy finds a way. He's pretty technical and he knows, how to go about things. He's done most events before, so he's a man to go to when it comes to this, or the man to watch. Yeah,
So
Definitely.
let's talk about there were some new guys at the SEO competition, some guys that I have already met and competed with, some guys that I don't even know yet. Anyone you think that we should be keeping an eye out? Any other hidden Rayno Nels in our ranks?
Sean from is it? He was from the is it West Coast? That's wrong. East Coast,
Oh,
yeah.
he's from Connecticut. Yeah, it's like a couple, maybe an hour and a half from Boston,
So basically,
something
bro,
like that.
I think you guys together.
Yeah, we train together a lot. I live in the South now, but when I lived up there,
The
yeah.
guy, to be honest, very impressive because we had a lot of good truck pullers out there. First place was Dennis Cruz from Germany, a very big guy, very strong guy. And he the truck was really heavy, to be honest. The start was easy, but the finish was harder. I mean, this guy really made it look easy. And he didn't even pull in truck puller shoes, he just pulled in normal trainers.
Yeah, I don't think he has truck pull shoes yet. We don't really do that in the States that much.
Truck.
It's awesome.
See how much talent this guy has and
Mhm.
has to like push it there. So it was impressive seeing him compete. Overall, he came top five. And there was this Serbian guy. Is it
Alban Hasanovic?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Albin,
Alban.
because Albin is almost my height, and he really pushing through to come third place in the truck pool was crazy impressive. He's a pretty good deadlifter as well, and we had yeah, Mitch Flowers.
How'd he do?
Mitch has consistently been improving his game because last year he came, I think, top five in Serbia. No, in a Hungary, coming into the World Strongest Viking. Coming also top six, top seven, and coming into this show again, placing top seven, doing pretty good on press and on deadlift was really impressive because he had a surgery earlier, I think late last year.
Yeah, it
So he's
was really impressive and coming back and seeing him do pretty well considering the injury that he's had to recover from. It's awesome.
these guys were very impressive, and unfortunately, Fatih Karaca from Turkey was supposed to compete. He's really had a good record with SCLs in Serbia, so I think a mate of his had to compete, and he did pretty good as well. He used to live in Canada, so he's pretty has some experience, and he's getting up there. So these were the stars, like I think the new guys to keep an eye on. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on them, especially in the upcoming competitions. And talking about upcoming competitions, I know Brian and I will be at the next one, and so will you. What's your thoughts on that? It's going to be a really busy 2 weeks, I think, for us.
I personally believe Italy is going to be very special because you have like all the big names there. I think Ivar's going to show up. So you have Elia Kazov, of course, yourself. You have Brian, who already won. Is it the ice one?
Iceman,
Yeah,
Now you
one
have
of the coolest competitions we have.
considering the factors, and the toughness. You could pretty much not compare it to the Magnus Classic because
Hmm.
everyone likes to compete in like the one or something, but in the code, you need special shoes. You need to be very thoughtful, mindful, because every step you take could be like career threatening, and mental, aspect of trying to push through every event there. So
Yeah,
definitely.
I've seen a bunch of videos, especially through the winter, of people slipping on ice and sliding and like going into splits. Then imagining me carrying a Hasselfell or a Conan's wheel and doing the same thing is something like completely gets my mind off. Like, no, I do not want to do that.
Man. Yeah, it definitely went through my mind a few times.
And you still managed to win it, so good on you.
Yeah.
to be
Evans, Adrian has a question.
hey,
How many how many milkshakes did you drink in Serbia? Yeah.
shakes.
How
Wait, you
many?
are good?
Wait, you cut out. What happened?
Oh, actually, yeah, a lot. Because it has the Mueller milk.
Yeah.
It's like a protein shake which has different flavors. So I got to buy a lot there, and I got to drink it. But the food in Serbia was so good. It's mostly raw meat and veggies and all potatoes. So it was really nice. I mean, it
Awesome.
was. I got to really enjoy Serbia, food wise and culture wise.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I know
But
I'm definitely looking forward to going to Serbia next year.
back to the Italian job, I didn't
Yeah.
finish. You Azov, you have Brian Kitson, you have Adam Roszkowski, very very talented guy as well, coming top 4 or 5, I think, in the finals in the SCL. You have the world's strongest man, Rayno Nel, coming in.
Yeah.
You have is it um the guy from Brazil, Luca coming in, and you have a one Spanish guy coming in, John Luca as well. You have myself, yeah, and you have I can't remember, but it's going to be a very hard lineup, like considering what the variation of athletes we have, and anything is possible. And Ryan Vinicius himself from Italy,
Yeah.
so I think top 5 in that show would be really, 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 really impressive.
Yeah, it might be one of our most stacked
Yeah,
stages so far.
and I've overheard a few conversations for it being pretty heavy. Events are not out there yet for sure, but people should expect to see mind triggering things. And what I mean is the SEL tries to make use of less kits, like no suits, no elbow sleeves. People don't know about this, so it's always a big surprise when people see this. And I believe that's where the stronghold of things comes from, because if you're able to do this with less support, then you get into the big leagues and big shows, having more support, you get to do really better. And warm up wise, we don't always get to like have the best warm up equipment, which is also part of strongman. Being a strongman means also being really, really strong in the mind and being able to adapt to any situation. Because every country has different rules and different standards and everything. So it's gonna be very impressive to see, and yeah, people should definitely watch out for Italy. I definitely believe it's gonna be one of the best, really, to keep in the books.
That's exciting. And from what I hear, there's a rumor that there might be a live stream of this. So once we have the information for this, we'll be making a post on the SCL Instagram and on the website. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. So any closing thoughts that you might have for us, Evans?
Yeah, I do believe people kind of like don't know what the SCL is, and the Strongman Champions League has produced champions, and I do believe most top athletes they have gone through the ACL. It is a league which is not a B league. It's actually a league which announces to everyone to be better, to experience what strongman really is, because there are so many variations. An example is going to Bosnia, and we had to do a track pull in the rain, which you can't control as an athlete or the iceman, but you'd have to do things in the ice and things. it gives you the mental fortitude and the ability to push through. And I do believe everyone should jump on board if they have the chance to. SCL is for everyone. Of course, you have the email on the website, so you could always send an email to Marcel and everything. And if things be it, I think you could have an invitation for sure to prove yourself. And once you've done good, you get to join on board, and yeah, you get to do good. It's more like a brotherhood. We take care of each other. I mean, apart from the Skype call, I get to like talk to Ilya and his wife. I text Brian sometimes. They all wish me with his wife, which is so beautiful and amazing. Andrea Viniti, Kane Francis, who is still recovering from his in Italy, to support us mentally.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a beautiful family to be in, and I think everyone should jump on board if they have the chance to. Especially we have in the this so epic and beautiful. And I must say a big thank you to every sponsor that has been part of the SCL. So we're talking about MLO, Augie, watching this. Thank you so much. Like this guy has been.
There you go.
Has been existent for like I think 10 years now, more than over 10 years earlier, right?
He's been with SCL almost from the start, and of it.
It's so beautiful. You have several strength now. I mean, you got is it Batavia Tools?
Batavia Tools, that's right.
Yep. The company doing a good job, and yeah, and everyone on board coming through to help us. It makes the league organizer. Yeah, thanks to all of them. It really a long way. Of course, big shout outs to Marcel, big shout outs to Elka, and big shout outs to Wout. Of course, not forgetting Will Baggett.
Yeah.
And you have Yana, you have Echo.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a show without any of these guys. They really make it all come together.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Thank you yourself and Brian as well for making the CL is here to stay. It's more a sport. It's more like a family. So
Definitely.
beautiful.
We've been around for at least 14 years now. We're going to be around for a lot more.
Yeah.
Looking forward to many great shows. Brian, did you have questions?
Oh, that's it. I guess I'm looking forward to seeing you in Italy. It's been a while.
Yeah.
When's the last time I saw you? Was Turkey?
Yeah, the last was in Turkey. I think Brian jumped more than me, so he doesn't want to get too friendly.
You want to tell everyone about our leader shirt issue?
Leader we have this year whereby the leader has decided on like the guy with most points. So your CL has 16, sometimes 12, or depending on what happens. Each and everyone gets to collect that gets us to the final. So you start the final with like let's say with 12 athletes and the first place having 12 points, coming down and down to whatsoever. It's messed out this year, and that's how the SCL has been operating for over years now. So yeah, pretty much more Brian and myself have the same points because he won the Iceman and I tied. We find out who's going to wear the leader shirt, which is what
you both get to wear one sleeve each.
Yeah, or no one has it. Yeah.
That'll be exciting. All right. Well, thank you, Evans. Thank you, Brian. This is the Strongman Champions League with me and Brian, and we hope to see you guys again.
Thanks, guys.